The relevant recruiter that you're teaching your clients is incredible. And this was the only one that delivered results within 30 days.
Met Donnie, and it's made a tremendous difference for my business. I saw a return on investment that I totally was not expecting.
What this guy knows is he knows social media, marketing, positioning, and how to do that. And he just chose by chance to do it in our space, and we get to benefit from that.
Engaging Donnie as a marketing coach has honestly been the best decision of my professional career. Within the first 4 weeks of working with Donnie one-on-one in the Relevant Recruiter program, I was able to get 3 new exclusive retained searches as a direct result of our work together.
Donnie was saying stuff that resonated. As we know, recruiters, recruiter trainers, just all they talk about is hammering the phones, 100 dials a day. It's tired, it's old. I've never done it that way, and I never want to do it that way. Donnie was saying something different. And I have thoroughly enjoyed the program.
It really is what took our business from here to here.
We've gotten 3 new clients since October because of the Relevant Recruiter method. We've gotten 5 new searches. Our candidate engagement is up probably about 50 to 60%. We've got a senior manager position with a public accounting firm and 2 manager level searches that are 120, 130K, and then the senior manager job's 150K job.
The fact that your program, you approach it week to week as like, we're going to try some things, we're going to experiment and then tweak, right? And that has been valuable to us.
You know, the tools that you taught me to use, I had absolutely no idea. I was not using any tool other than LinkedIn, and now I'm making an investment in other tools that you've recommended, and I see return on investment, which is outstanding. Your course, it totally opened up my eyes. I thought I was doing everything with LinkedIn that I could be, being that I'm kind of a veteran with LinkedIn, and I had no idea how much, especially the branding that you taught me to do. I mean, my LinkedIn connections in the first month went up 5,000 people.
And Donnie's been able to really help us leverage that podcast, get our name out in the marketplace, and really make an impact within our niche.
I've walked away with the ability to really feel like I'm touching probably 10 times more people than I was prior to knowing Donnie. And I do feel like the content, my brand, just how I'm going to market has even changed. And I can tell you this, like some of the most recent posts that I've done out there are different than what I used to, and they have increased by the thousands.
Now that I'm working with Donnie, we've got our message being delivered to literally thousands of plastics industry hiring managers around the country, and it's driving some business in our direction.
We had more signed contracts in April, May than we had, I think, in the last 7 months prior to that, during COVID. It was amazing.
Working with Donnie and going through the Relevant Recruiter program, best decision ever.
So I would consider Donnie very much an extension of my business, almost like my outsourced marketing director. He's brought some great insight and really been able to help us in growing our business into what was a blank sheet of paper in the US to becoming a very well-known specialist within our niche.
But if you want to stay in the game, you have to be relevant. That's why I think it was very intelligent for you to call it the Relevant Recruiter.
We were able to identify 3 candidates within under 60 days through your program that all got offers.
You're very good at understanding the strengths of the different people that you're coaching at the time, because we all are different personalities. You knew where to push me versus not push somebody else as hard, because you knew that I'd be willing to take that step with a little bit more faith, just because of how I'm wired, than somebody else that maybe is a little bit more skeptical and needs a little bit more encouragement and coaching and walking through that process.
Since working with Donnie, I've saved hours of manual work each week, and then the majority of my business is now inbound.
Having the framework and structure in place that you helped provide us, you know, I'm already seeing potential things in the future where we can automate things even more. I think it helps to have a guru guide you through like the initial, just say like, here's the framework where you're going to work in.
Within the first 3 weeks, I remember calling you being like, Donnie, I cannot believe we didn't do this day one. And I was just talking to someone the other day. I know that it seems like it's an investment, right, at the beginning, but the return on investment is 10 times over.
Donnie's the bomb. So if you're not working with him, you should, because yes, I'm a recruiting firm, but I think of myself as a media company now, and I have to be on the front end. I have to be on the innovating edge, or my company. It's always this, if you're not disrupting, you're going to die. Your business is going to fail. What Donnie has showed me, to me, is revolutionary, and it is incredible, the technology behind the scenes, and it just streamlines everything. So my marketing is working without me picking up the phone, which is such a beautiful thing, so that I can focus on other parts of my business.